This is Velvet Assassin. We're here on Xbox 360. Be sure to like the video. Subscribing is great as well. So this is a stealth-focused game where you play as Violet, who has essentially lost everyone that's close to her, and now she's been sent behind enemy lines during the World War in order to, well, you know, kind of do like various missions, but also get a little bit of, I guess you would say, revenge on those that have wronged her, which is, you know, rather interesting. And yeah, it's stealth focused, so the goal here is that you will be doing, you know, more of a stealth based approach to the game instead of like wildly going around shooting and everything like that, which is rather interesting, needless to say. And then you've got different ways to kind of sneak, hide bodies, and the story is kind of framed from the idea of her being like sort of in a bad situation and at a hospital, and they're trying to get information, and she's kind of reliving these memories, these moments, and stuff like that. And yeah, it's kind of an interesting gameplay concept and stuff like that. It's kind of unique in terms of what it's trying to provide gameplay wise. So what are we getting here? It's 720p, and I guess it's actually uncapped, so I mean theoretically it could go up to like 60 FPS, but it's you know, it definitely chugs quite a bit in terms of performance smoothness, that is for sure. It's something that would have been, I think, pretty good for um, well, basically, had they like made this backwards compatible, it probably would actually be a pretty smooth experience. And I guess the big issue there is that it's essentially the big problem, I would assume, is like the music. So I've turned off all the music for the copyright issues, and yeah, a bit of a shame because it's like a very stylized kind of like cool looking game in terms of like the visual aesthetics. Oh, but oh crap! Certainly interesting. How do I kill this guy with without like he found me? I didn't know how to like, you know, I didn't know how to protect myself. You know, she's got a very stylized kind of look, a very serious thing, and yeah, you're just kind of along for the wild ride on this one. Ah, unbelievable. But yeah, kind of a cool character, cool setup and scenario. It's something trying a little bit different, very stylized. I think it's also a bit more of a rare one, and I believe that is just due to it not really being totally, I guess you would say, well known about. Oh, jeez. I think I'm just gonna take the L on that one again, and then kind of just restart the checkpoint. I won't put on my flashlight this time, which immediately let them know where I am and what I was doing. Yeah, not the smartest of ideas. But yeah, kind of a neat scenario, and it's one I've been trying to, like, I kind of always wanted to play this one. I don't know why. Maybe it's the style, maybe it's the idea of it, maybe it's the naming convention. It always kind of intrigued me. And yeah, it's kind of cool to finally be taking a look at it, if that makes sense. I just, like, one sec, I gotta take a look at the full options for like controls on this. So how do I get my gun? So I got a gas mask. Okay. Aiming mode, sneak attack, secondary action, whistle. Okay. All right. Do I have, like, I have a gun on my backpack. Stab these guys. I think it's kind of like it's tutorialized to some degree. That's why it's like kind of simplifying things. It wants me to kill these guys in a certain way. It's actually got like quite a few execution type moves going on here, which is interesting. But yeah, it is stealth focused, and if you've checked out my stuff, stealth is not really my strong suit. I see the flashlight is kind of an issue. Okay. Ah, I see. Now I'm covered in the shadows. It's got a very like hyper stylized kind of lighting aesthetic, and I don't know if that's just like, you know, essentially the idea that they are trying to, I don't know how to describe it, like make it memory-like, or if that's just the vibe that they wanted for this one. Was I supposed to? No, I can sneak in here. That's nice. I can crawl. Great. That is weird to go into first person like that. But yeah, she's just like a British spy. Like I said, everything kind of went wrong, and now she's just sent out to go and do all these crazy extreme missions and certain objectives across a variety of locations. I just grab like gold and stuff. Pick up morphine. A morphine flashback.
I could use the morphine here to increase my chances.
What is this? It just kind of gets her in like a nightgown and then... What was... Okay. So I guess it just kind of lets you sneak by sections using morphine? That's so weird. Okay. That's so weird. Wait, did he actually see me? What? How's he shooting me from over here? Does he know I'm here? Certainly seems to.
I could use the morphine here.
Take my breath away. So is this supposed to make it so I could sneak by him, or like what? Like, does he know I'm here? So I guess I'm supposed to like run at him and then kill him? This is really weird. At least we get a lot of nice shots of her passed out or something. This is very strange. I guess we go in, we collect the morphine, we get the weird flashback thing, and then I'm supposed to like press this and it like lets me run at this guy, and then do I get to like stab him or something? Oh, okay. So it just kind of puts her into like an aggro mode? Very well. I mean, it makes sense, I guess. That was the mission? I missed somebody to kill? I didn't even get any XP points from that? Well, that's a little disappointing, gotta say. The Lost. Fuel storage. Release toxic gas. Oh, okay. Certainly quite the loading screens on this one. Long loading going on. Now we're just gonna skip that and go to the action.
Like this often had useful things in them.
Nice. Now I've got a gun. And the fun has just begun. Probably shouldn't make so much noise. You're kind of behind enemy lines. That might like give away your like location. Just putting it out there. Found a collectible. Nice. Well, that was really awkward. I found a shiny key. Wait, did it just teleport me through the door? I think this is some of the dumbest AI I've ever seen in my life. Wow. Like, the character model and, like, the way they've done this is actually, like, really good from, like, a stylized perspective, but, like... Yeah.
Walkways like this often had useful things in them.
So that's the checkpoint. I have to like literally push this object very slowly again. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. Well, you know, like, I guess if you think about it, you know, a stealth game, which I don't fit really well into, again, kind of funny to, be playing one. So should I sneak up on this guy, or should I kind of... Like, I'd like to use my flashlight, because it's dark, so we can see, but, like, then, you know, obviously the enemies will know where we are, too, right? Which isn't ideal. I do kind of like the vibe in the atmosphere. So is the guy gonna come running this time? Like, why was he running last time? Oh. He didn't notice me? He looked like right at me. I guess it must be really, really dark in here. Oh, okay. But that guy could see me behind that guy? That makes sense. Okay, this is really, really awkward. Huh. And this is a rare specialty game. Fascinating.
Walkways like this often had useful things in them.
I'm getting tired of kind of looking there. Imagine there's an alternate history out there where this was like a super successful thing. We've gotten like a few of these games, like at least a trilogy of the Velvet Assassin, just waiting for Violet to return. That actually would be a really funny thing to do, would be to create trailers for games where like they were kind of niche and they got like one entry, but like create sequel trailers and being like, we never imagined that this could happen, blah blah. Somehow Violet has returned. That actually would be really interesting. So I take it the idea is they do want me to actually break this. Like, it feels like it's a mission, but it's still like tutorialized to some degree. I think they're gonna know something's up. They don't really tell you how to use your medkits, do they? So that's for the knife. How do I exit out of the morphine thing, or is that not allowed? One sec, I gotta check again. It's just like, how do I use my health kits? Do I have any health kits? I guess it's just if you find one. That was a waste of my morphine. It's getting really dark. But not too dark that I can't see. Oh, so the medkit does a very small amount of health. Lovely. Need a gas mask for that area. This is just like a dead end.
Careful, broken fragments. Creeping silently over that was impossible.
Munitions. There's a lot of like choice in how I go through this.
It would have made no sense to go in there without a gas mask and explosives.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for, is explosives, I guess. They don't really tell you where the explosives are. It's weird that it has to go to like an intense vision for me to be able to actually like take someone out. The door is locked. Oh, that doesn't bode well for me. Well, that was terrible. I guess I should have my knife out or something, but it's really weird how you can knife but not knife. I feel like the stealth for the close combat could have been handled a bit better. Yeah. This game both intrigues me, but also weirds me out a bit. Just in terms of how it's, like, set up. So I guess we could kind of wait till he moves to the side here. It's also weird to literally have, like, your second level, like, you know, your first level, very vibrant, very colorful. And then your second level is just, like, pitch black darkness. It's a very odd gaming approach. What? Why is there an alert? Oh crap. I thought I could go into aggro vision. It didn't work. Aggro vision didn't work. Very overly dramatic sequence there. I feel like with a stealth game like this, there's a lot of like trial and error that you'd have to do to actually be like successful at this one. Because I'd almost rather, I guess I could just shoot the guy down the hallway. Because you literally, yeah, you have limited health. You gotta make the right moves. Limited bullets. You gotta be kidding me. I got one shot now. I think I could sneak by these guys. They probably have a key on them, don't they? I bet you this is like locked. Oh no, you can climb it, okay. See, because sometimes in stealth, you don't have to kill everyone. Because like I want to use my flashlight so I can actually kind of see better. But like it just completely gives away your position. I'm certainly intrigued by this game though. I find it really neat. This era brought so many interesting games. Different gameplay concepts too. I got one shot. Kind of wondering if this guy will ever like move. I'm wondering if he just like sees me.
Warning. The door was electrified. I definitely had to turn off the power first.
The combat in this is, I think, cumbersome a little bit. Would be kind of a word to sort of describe the weirdness of like how you do stuff in this one. It's very weird to me. I kind of want to like this. I don't know if the stealth stuff is my kind of stealth stuff. If that makes sense.
Warning. The door was electrified. I definitely had to turn off the power first.
Those guys from earlier. So how, like, I guess I'm supposed to whistle and then like attract that guy and then kind of like awkwardly stab. That guy, he was holding his cigarette while also holding the front of his gun. That's wild, actually. That's wild.